So today we're going to do tres leches cake. Basically all that means is 3 kinds of milk inside of a cake. So we found these ones that we tried out. This is from Walmart? Yeah, Walmart. We got these from Walmart. This is actually kind of cool because these cakes here are they're basically white cake, and that's basically what we're using is like a white cake. But this one is actually kind of neat because what they do is they come in different colors. So it's actually just plain white cake. So it's not adding any flavor because this one here is green. My daughter likes the green ones. They also come in different ones, like they have like a blue one and a pink one and things like that. They'll probably come out more different colors. I'm not sure if they do or not. But wherever you're at, maybe they do. But this is actually kind of neat. But you can do a white. It's like a white cake, right? Traditionally, it's kind of like a white cake type style. But hey, you could do like a chocolate tres leche cake. Like a chocolate cake with tres leche. You can give it more of a different type of flavor to it as well. I mean, like I said, the tres leches part of cake. The tres leches cake is just saying the 3 different milks that are pour into the cake, and it makes it like a liquidy thing on the inside. Once you cool it off, it's not like sloppy or anything like that. It actually forms to the cake and stuff. So when you cut it and stuff, you're not going to worry about it being like soupy or anything like that. That's not what it does. The 3 types of milks are going to be evaporated milk, right? Evaporated milk, 12 ounces. Okay. A sweetened condensed milk. Okay, this is 14 ounces. It threw me off because, look, the sizes are different, but we're talking about weight, right? Not really the size of the actual can. Right, so 14 ounces. Right, 1 can of that. What we're going to do also for the filling is going to be whipping cream. So here's your 3 leches, as they talk about. This is going to be 1/4 cup of whipping cream. So that's going to be in the mixture. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of Mexican vanilla blend. If you have vanilla extract, go ahead and use that. Like my famous friend of mine, it always tells me, Keisha, you do you. You do you. So whatever you want, you do you. So anyways, like I said, in the cakes wise, if you got a good recipe of cake, then use that, and then do the tres leches portion of it to do the tres leches part. But if you've got a good cake mix that you use, a box mix that you like, Dunkin' Hines, whatever, but any kind that you like, just do what you want. Like I said, you do you. So in this one here, it pretty much calls for, each package calls for a cup of water plus 2 eggs, right? So we're going to do 2 of them. So one of these actually does a 9x13, right? Pan, 9x13 pan, right? We're going to do a little bit different, because you can actually do it a couple of ways. You can actually do, like if I wanted to do both of these, I can make like a layer. You can actually do like layers as well, or you can just do a single layer. What we're gonna do is do like this one's a 10x15, and so we're gonna end up using this. All right. So, like I said, for this, it calls for 1 cup of water and 2 eggs, right? So we got. Okay, so now we got, like I said before, open these up. These are the packages. They're kind of cool. That's all you do. Look at this. These are neat. Look at it. Look at this color on it. Isn't that cool? Alright, so we're gonna open it to the. We may not use all of this. So I just want to make sure I have enough for the 10x15 pan I'm going to be doing. Just because that's what I have. That's what I want to use. So, alright, so that's 1. So I'm going to do 2 of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up just filling it up like 3/4 of the way on the pan. So I may not use all of this. I doubt I'm going to use all of it. But I just want to, like I said before, just want to make sure I have enough. Okay, 2 eggs. Or 2 eggs each package. So a total of 4 eggs. We'll get the shells in there. touch it, I can throw my hip in. Keep clean. Keep the kitchen clean. Alright, 4. Alright. Always have one of these, like I said, 4. Always have one of those. Just kind of put it in my pocket one side just so I can quickly grab it and wipe my hands off. Alright, so 4 eggs. 2 cups of water, right? Because I 1 cup each of the package. Just read the directions, you know. Read the directions. Whatever cake mix you like, just you use the direction off that, right? So, all right. So let's stir this up. We'll do it slow. We don't want to splash it everywhere, all over the counter. All right. Just mix it enough so I get all the lumps out of it. At the end, you know, just so you can you just kind of slowly lift it up and it'll spread all the bowl instead of like, don't quickly do it because it's a long place. You gotta coat the pan with some flour. In order for flour to stick, you gotta use shortening, use butter, whatever. You know, if you want to use butter, you can use butter. If you don't want to use shortening, that's fine. This is all just so that it doesn't stick to the pan, okay? The cake after it's done cooking, right? So, if you don't have gloves and stuff to kind of do this with, you know, those disposable gloves, you know, that just looks weird when I do that, but whatever. So, but use a Ziploc sandwich bag thing, you know, they're cheap, you know, just grab one of those. And all you want to do is a light coat. You don't want like a really thick one. You just want a really light coat. So, just gonna make it last. Make it last all over the place. Because, like I said, it's only gonna be a thin coat. So, I just grab a good little spoonful and just maybe like a tablespoonful or something like that. Make sure when you get the bottom, get the edges, all 4 edges, go around the corners. You know, make sure you get a good covering on it. Alright. Then you turn it inside out. Like I said, turn it inside out and your hands are clean, somewhat clean. You know, but cleaner than doing it without. Okay. So now we're done with shortening. Flour. All-purpose flour. We got flour. Just get some flour. Just lightly dust it. A couple of tablespoons, whatever. Just good. All I'm doing is, nope, gotta put more. Wasn't enough. See how you're doing is dancing it around. Gotta work the edges. And I'm hitting it just so. One end. I'm hitting the top so it'll fall down the bottom. Move it, work its way off the edges. If you don't want to do it like out on the open and stuff like that because it'll fall off, then just do it over a trash can or something like that, you know. Or in the sink, or something like that. I'm just being brave. Plus I'm gonna probably have to clean up anyways. Pour it all over the floor. Alright, so that's all I want to do. Alright, so I'm gonna toss the rest of this. I have a trash can there. It's not on the floor. If you're wondering. On the floor. Since I'm cleaning up later, I'm tossing on the floor. Alright. Let's see. Now, 350-degree oven. That's what it says on the package, right? So we just read the package. set your oven the way it's supposed to be for whatever, right? Because this part, like I said, that's not the part we're worried about. The other part when we do the actual tres leches and the topping, that's what actually differentiates that and normal cake. You know, that's all. All right. Like I said, I'm just gonna pour this in there. Get a good covering. I'm not gonna do very much of it because when you're mixing it, you want to make sure you get all, you know, try to mix as best as you can. I'm not gonna pour and scrape the ends, only because if you didn't mix it well, you're gonna have lumps in your cake mix. So pour out what you can, you know, and then, you know, it's okay if you don't pour it all out. You just want to make sure you don't want to get the clumps in your cake. Sometimes, like this. See that there? I didn't mix it very well. So you don't want that. You don't want that to pour in your thing. So we all make mistakes. Okay, whatever. We're all human. All right, so we got that. All right, so it didn't, you know, so hey, it actually fit in this. Both of them fit in this 10 by 15. Like I said, we're gonna stick it in the oven for. Oh, let's see. What does it say? Okay, so put it in the oven for 32 to 36 minutes. One of the two, you know, check it with toothpick. You check it with toothpick. That's how you check. So you stick toothpick in there. If it sticks to the toothpick, then it's not done. Put it in there a little longer. If it's done, then take it out. Okay. So, let's do that. Middle rack. I'm just gonna put it in the middle rack. 350-degree oven, like I said, and then we'll wait 32 to 36 minutes. All right, see you then. Okay, so while, like I said, we get that cooking, the cake, we're gonna go ahead and do the filling, the syrupy filling thing, or the tres leches portion. All right, right now I put in already a third of a cup of whipping cream, or heavy whipping cream, not whooping. Whipping cream. And then 1 can, 12 ounce of sweetened condensed milk. I'm just gonna put that in there, help it out. Get a little spatula things, just kind of help it out. All out, get it all in there. Then we're also gonna mix in evaporated milk. All right. Also, we're gonna mix in there. Teaspoon, whatever, just vanilla. That concert. Here, take your medicine. Take your medicine. Alright, so there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to stir this all up. Just get a good mixture in it. Make sure the sweetened condensed milk is the harder part of it all. I mean, you just want to make sure that's all incorporated into this really good. Just keep mixing it up until it gets a good mixture. Good mixture. It incorporates really well. Alright, so there you go. So here's the consistency. Start moving it around and in there and seeing if I can find any more of that sweetened condensed milk. Like I said, that's the thickest part of them all. So what we're going to do here is all we're doing is we're going to set it all up, get it ready. So as soon as the cake's done, we're going to just put this in the fridge. So just let it sit there. Keep it cool in there. Alright? So right now we're just going to stick this in the fridge until we're ready to pour it in. We start at 32 minutes. You go grab a toothpick, grab a couple of them because you know you get to check them every so often. You know, so go there, check it, you poke it in, come out. If it comes out still clean, you're good. If it doesn't, it still has remnants of the cake all on it. If it's not, wait some more and give it a couple more minutes, 2 more minutes, and then do it again. All right. So let's see how this looks. Ooh, that's hot. Poke it in there. No remnants, nothing. Let's try another place. I tried a couple of places, see if it gives it to you, if it's just go around it. It's looking good. There we go. Nothing. Alright, so we're ready to go. Let's take this out. We're gonna have it set in a location to cool off. you have a cooling rack, put it on that. If not, you know, just stick it on the stove. We're gonna leave it there for about an hour, you know, and then just wait so we make sure it's good and cold, you know. Then we'll continue on to the next step. All right. Okay, so now we went ahead and let it set for an hour. So now what we're gonna do is get the tres leches out of the mixture out of the fridge, and so now we're gonna pour it onto the cake, right? So let's get a close up of the cake and what I'm gonna do here, so I can kind of show you exactly what I'm doing, right? All right. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm just getting a fork, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through and just poke holes all around it. And if you have to wipe it off a little bit, just get like a towel and just wipe it off, right? Whatever, you're just trying to poke holes all over the place, because it's just gonna pick all that up, right? It's pretty moist cake. That's all you're doing. Why you're poking holes, is the reason why you're doing that is so that you can it's where all the mixture is gonna just drain into it. You're just poking holes so that when you pour it all in there, it's just gonna soak into the cake itself. Don't worry about the crumbles and stuff. All that's gonna be fine. All right. So now that we poked holes all around it and such, is let's get one more couple of these here. Find locations where it doesn't have holes in it. All right. So what we got here. Just a little ladle, just whatever. And what we're gonna focus on first of this mixture is we're going to first focus in on the sides. You wanna get the corners in first. The middle part's gonna soak in really quick. So you wanna make sure you have enough so it covers the sides and stuff as well. All right, just so it gets a good portion of the sides. Okay, what we'll do is we'll get a good ladle full and just kind of work the edges. That's all we're gonna do. Just gonna pour it along the edges first. So as soon as it's got the edges, go ahead and just work its way all in the middle. It'll soak up, don't worry about it. It's all right. Clean up the mess. All right, so we're just gonna leave that like that. It's gonna soak in. So now what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna put it in the fridge. In the fridge, it's gonna soak up more. And so what you wanna do is just leave it in there. We're gonna leave it in there for 3 hours, at minimum 3 hours, okay? Because we want it to make sure it gets good and soaked in there. If you want to, you can just work the edges like this, just so to make sure it gets good and clean. And if you want to, you can actually just go like that and poke sideways into it as well. You know, so it kind of helps it absorb into the cake. Because that's basically what you're looking for, is on the sides as well, to make sure it starts soaking into it. All right. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and let it in the fridge. We're just gonna put it in the fridge for 3 hours, like I said, right? And I'll get back and we'll see about doing the topping, and then we'll serve it up and everything. All right. See you then. All right. So now we got that cake in the fridge for over at least 3 hours or longer. In our case, it was longer. All right. We're gonna go ahead and make the frosting part of it. Okay, so basically all we're gonna be using is 2 cups of whipping cream. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can add some. We're just gonna have it just 2 cups, just because it's already sweet enough as it is. But if you want it to be still a lot more sweeter, then go ahead and add like a half cup sugar into this. Keep working at it until it's all done. Alright, so basically that's what you're looking for, right? That kind of consistency. Alright. Then you give that to the kids because they'll like that. Here's a cake. Look at that. Look how it came out. It's nice. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and put the frosting on it. And then we'll go ahead and see how many strawberries and blueberries we're gonna need to put it on here. Divide it up. We'll see. I'll show you. Just grab some of that. Put it on there. It's kind of cool because I'm just going to do it up to the top of the lip of this pan here. Okay. Do your best on it. We're all human, right? We mess up. Oh well. It'll still taste the same. Do a good job or not. I'm putting this on here. It depends on how you want it. So how many slices you're gonna do. 'Cause you can do a lot more. You can do like little bitty slices, or you can do big slices. You know, so it depends on you and how you want it. You probably want big slices.
I was gonna say I see about 3 slices there.
Alright, so let's put this off to the side and let's get cutting it up. Yeah. So traditionally, everything is done with strawberries, blueberries, right? So what we're just gonna do is do slices of strawberries. You can do slices of strawberries like that, right? Or other ways of doing it, they've traditionally done it, just kind of do it in half and you kind of separate it that way. So what we can do is decorate them, right? You can do it that way, or you got another way, you can just do slices, you know, do like little decorations of them, you know, put them off to the side, you know, whichever way, you know, be creative, you know, do whatever you think you like, you know, do in slices, do, you know, a couple like that. There we go, look at that. Big slices for everybody, right? All right, so let's just cut this down. Look at that, nice. Let's get some big old slices, look at that. All right, here now to clean. All right. Yeah, good healthy pieces for people. All right, so cut into it now. We're just gonna grab it out of there, grab a spatula. Look at that. Use a knife to help you out. All right, so for the Leches, see? Like the color of this thing is kind of nice, but get it moist. Oh, nice. That soaked it up really good. All right. Anyways, enjoy. All right. Whipping cream. Whooping. I'm a whoop you.
That's it. It's whooping cream from now on.
It's whooping.
I'm not ever going back to whipping cream. It's whooping cream.
Whooping.
Send you to the store for some whooping cream.
I'm gonna whoop that cream.